Hi everybody, this is Sunil Parekh. I am an international success coach and a mind power expert. In today's tips for successful and happy living, I'm going to share a very important tip which will probably help you to go through the current situation. The tip is essentially a law of the universe, one of the spiritual laws of the universe, and this law is basically none other but the law of impermanence. The law of impermanence states that nothing in the universe is ever constant. Everything is constantly changing. So we notice that after night there is day, after day there is again night, then after that there is day. So it never remains constant, okay? It's constantly changing. After winter there's summer, then there's winter, then there's summer, then there's winter. So it always keeps changing. Stock markets go up, down, up, down. So everything in this universe is constantly changing. Even a leaf on a tree is constantly changing. From moment to moment it is changing. Even the cells in our body are constantly changing. So what's the good news in this for us? What this means is that difficult times also never last. Difficult times are always followed with good times, and good times are again followed by difficult times. This is a journey of life that we all have to go through. But the great news is that difficult times will never last. So the current times in which we are faced with a global pandemic of the coronavirus is also not going to last. It's just a matter of how we spend this time, because it is going to change. It's inevitable. It's one of the laws of the universe, like the gravitational law. The law of impermanence is also the same. It is a law. So it has to change. There's no option. The question is, how do we spend this time between the transition from the difficult time to the good time? So there's a beautiful saying that tough times never last, tough people do. So this is a time of learning how to deal with our fears, overcoming anxieties, worries, tension, stress. So we need to learn how to deal with all of this. We need to deal with what's going on in the outside world, keep our minds calm, look for the goodness in the situation, because there's always some goodness in the situation, right? So for the very first time, we have so much time and we could do things which we have never been able to do. Like for example, what I'm doing is I'm writing my book, I'm creating these videos, which I always wanted to do, but somehow not able to do it. Yeah, I'm connecting, creating online programs for my participants. So there's always some goodness in every situation. So find the goodness and learn, figure out how to pass this difficult time. Stay connected with friends, read books, join online communities which are positive, and stay away from a lot of negative stuff. Don't keep reading news all the time. Don't get into social media all the time. Stay away from, get all whatever information you want and stay away from that as much as possible, and keep your mind engaged in positive activities. In that one expectation that this too shall pass. It has to pass. There's no option. Okay. Now, if you're still finding it difficult to kind of deal with this situation which is going on in the mind, I'm going to actually share a beautiful video on how to deal with anxieties and fears and worries in this current situation. So please look for that video and follow the tips and actually the exercises that I suggest. I'm going to share emotional freedom techniques on how to remove any kind of fear and anxiety from your mind in a few minutes. Okay, so it's a very powerful technique which you can use to remove these fears and anxieties. And other than that, I'd like to share a beautiful quotation by one of my teachers, Louise Hay. As you know, Louise was the queen of affirmations, and she mentioned in one of her books that whenever there was a very, very difficult situation in her life, when she was completely shaken up and she didn't know what to do, this is the affirmation which she always used to recite in the day. So this is what I'd like to suggest, that recite this affirmation a couple of times a day and you will see that things will start changing for you. Okay, so I'm going to read this affirmation out. Only good will come out of this situation. I trust the universe and know that whatever is happening for my own good. All is well in my world. So keep reciting this affirmation a couple of times a day and expect that only beautiful things are going to come. Create the right pictures in your mind of a beautiful future, of a world which is more full of love, compassion, joy, where there is more love amongst one another. I think we've learnt our lessons in the current situation, right? So there is always this goodness and we can expect a much more beautiful world. So let's look forward to that beautiful day In the meanwhile, stay put, manage your minds, and always be happy. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Once again, this is Sunil Parekh signing off, and I'll see you soon. God bless you all. All the best.